Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton, and today I'm joined by the man only known as Wild.
It's like, I do have a last name, just Young, but...
Wild Young.
Yeah, but you can also just call me Wild if you want.
Young goes with Wild, I think. Young and Wild.
Okay.
I like
right.
that.
Ow.
Wild's not your real name, though, is it?
No.
I don't want to
don't expose me on the podcast.
I don't want to out you. I don't want to out you.
I used to work in radio, y'all, so that's where the Hollywood name came
man only known as Wild.
Yes.
Has returned to the studio. He's my producer.
Yes.
And you do a bloody good job at it.
Thank you.
You really do. I'm not just saying that.
Oh, thank you. I also host our influencer viral podcast. It's called TMZ Verify the Podcast. So if you're into like viral trending stories and the most popular like faces on your feed, we do a lot of interviews. It's really fun.
It is. No, I listen to it. You and Steph, you guys talk to influencers and...
Yeah, no, it's good.
I like it.
It's good. It's kind of messy, but it's good.
Messy?
Messy in like a internet-y kind of way.
I like that.
Okay, good.
No, I like
TMZ
that.
Verify the Podcast. New episodes every Thursday.
There we go. Good
Ow.
plug. Wild. Seamless. Okay. Our stories today. Offset versus Mr. Minaj. Nicki Minaj's husband's in hot water because he was threatening Offset and cops did not like it. We're going to talk about this huge scandal in poker. This guy lied to get into the main event, raised money through a GoFundMe because he had a terminal cancer. He got found out, and we're going to talk to you about that. It's quite a good story. But first, big, shocking, breaking news. Sophie Turner is suing Joe Jonas because she says he unlawfully is keeping their kids.
This is crazy.
It is just, I can't even believe it. Sophie Turner, she's citing international child abduction law in this new custody battle. She cites a convention on the civil aspects of international child abduction. It's called like the Hague something. It is just for her to be trying to, take the kids back, move them back to England.
And they have been living primarily here in the U.S.
In America. But Sophie says, and the lawyer says that they had planned to live as a family back in England. They bought a house, a permanent forever home in April of this year.
Yep.
She met with Joe to discuss the separation a month or so ago. And she says, look, give us the kids. I'm taking them to England, as was the plan. So Joe refused and is now holding their passports hostage. Can you believe this?
Is what Sophie is claiming.
Is what Sophie is claiming, yeah. He says he's not returning the passports and he does not consent to the daughters returning to England.
Yeah, this is an interesting situation because back in December of 2022, Joe, Sophie, obviously still together at that point, they agreed they're going to move to England. In April of this year, they bought a house, but they since separated. So we've been talking about this just in the office, and one of the things that Harvey pointed out is that a judge would, of course, look at the full circumstances, but when you're kind of determining these custody cases, the judge looks at what's in the best interest for the kids.
Yes.
Not so much the agreement that Joe and Sophie came to when they were together, because obviously they're no longer together. So that agreement is
off.
It's a weird thing to kind of look at an agreement. And that's kind of what Sophie's standing on, the fact that her and Joe agreed to this initially, but they've since broken up.
Yeah, I mean, this is just spiraling, and it's going to continue to, because as you say, it's going to be up to the judge who's the better parent, or more, where are the kids going to be best? Are they going to be best with Sophie in England or with Joe in America? And so to prove this, either way, both of them are going to have to bring out all the dirty laundry they can on the other to say that parent is not fit. I am the one who deserves the kids. So this super messy divorce is just going to go even nuts.
It's only going to get worse. I think we're going to get that ring camera footage at some point.
Whatever that was.
If it's so egregious.
Yes. We're going to find out. Because that was the straw that broke the camel's back, allegedly, that Joe caught Sophie doing something on ring camera. We don't know what it was. But I feel like we're going to know all of these deep, dark secrets of both of them now, because they're going to be used as evidence to try to get custody of the kids.
This is really sad.
It's really, it's really sad. It's just shocking. They were like, when did this story first break? At the start of the month.
The beginning of September, yeah.
The beginning of September, we found out that these guys are, filing for divorce. A month before then, we would have assumed that they're like the happiest family going around. And now this is getting dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what's going to happen from here, but their lawyers are going to go to war in court. And I mean, it's going to be crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, as sad as it sounds, I'm kind of excited to see this play out.
I know. I didn't want to say how it's entertaining and it's this and it's that. And like, I can't wait to see more stories come out. But
yeah, I want to see it unfold for sure.
I'm glued to this now.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable, man. Okay, moving on. The woman of the moment, the woman of most moments, Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
She made her debut last night in American Horror Story. Wild, you're a fan of the show.
I am.
How'd she do?
Okay.
Wow.
She did a really good job of playing a Kim Kardashian-inspired character.
Okay.
So in the show, this season is called Delicate. It's about a woman. She's a celebrity who she's going through like fertility issues, and she goes to a fertility doctor, and she ultimately may be pregnant with the spawn of Satan.
Oh,
Kim Kardashian plays her manager.
Okay.
And it's kind of, the character is like really reminiscent of Kris Jenner.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a little bit of it here if you want to play it.
Then tell the Daniels to suck my. She's not missing a press day for a fucking commercial shoot.
It's exhausting being better than everyone.
Siobhan, I can't sign this one. It's like 15 years old.
Your fans will send more updated photos the more you work.
Dee Dee never made me do stuff like this.
Dee Dee was a dinosaur, and that's why you fired her, and you moved over here to my company. Speaking of, I pitched a profile for the Times, and I'm waiting to hear back.
Great.
So that's Kim K playing opposite Emma Roberts,
Mm-hmm.
nepotism cousin of Julia Roberts. Is it a cousin, or how are they related?
Some weird family connection. But...
They're both Robertses.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you don't say that she did particularly well, but if the Twitterverse or the Xverse is to be believed, that they say like she outacted Emma Roberts.
I don't know about outacting Emma Roberts. I think she did really well for the character. Like she wasn't playing. I mean, maybe it'll get there this season because it is supposed to be a really like enticing season, but maybe right now it wasn't really given like drama. Okay. And there's conversations about Kim winning an EGOT, and I'm like, hold the hell up, like slow down.
But everything's like a popularity contest these days. It doesn't matter how good you are at anything. If people like you, then you win.
I could see her getting nominated for an Emmy just so that people can watch the Emmys.
Yes.
That'd actually be a smart move by the Emmys.
It really would. Kim. So she plays this publicist named Siobhan Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
Emma Roberts plays Anna Alcott.
Yep.
And they're in a lot of scenes together. But yeah, fans online are saying, Kim may have a second life as an actress now. She's been a reality star, obviously. She's a lawyer now, supposedly. And now she might be like an actress. Do you see like her acting career taking off from here?
I will say I don't know if it'll take off. Like I don't know if she'll ever be Meryl Streep, but I think she'll have a little bit of a career. Like she did really good on Saturday Night Live when she hosted a while back.
Yes.
Like I was thoroughly impressed by because I feel like it took her out of her like Kim Kardashian element, and she was forced to kind of be funny.
Yeah, her monologue and her, like, they do those little bits on Saturday Night Live. I think maybe she's suited to the more sort of comedic acting. But even on Saturday Night Live, she's kind of making fun of herself.
Yeah.
She's good at being self-deprecating, and the acting, you kind of like laughing at it. In a dramatic role, she is kind of like a bit, Kim Kardashian in a bad mood. You know, it's basically what it is. But I think, this is a really good turn for her.
Yeah.
It's a great get for the show because people watch to see her.
And American Horror Story has been kind of tanking in the last few years. No, yeah. The seasons have been like pretty mid, but also just the conversation around the show has kind of gone away. This was not only was it like let's put Kim in the acting role. I think it was a really smart move for Ryan Murphy to kind of regain some traction.
Yes.
No one was watching this show.
And so Emma Roberts is going to give birth to like a Satan baby. And I guess Kim's going to be in that bizarre world where maybe she has to fight Satan. Like, it's going to get even more weird, isn't
Or
it?
maybe she's a part of the Satan cult.
Oh,
We don't know.
Maybe she's the one who impregnated
That's
Emma
what I'm-
Roberts.
mhm.
She's the devil incarnate. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, but I think the season we'll see a lot more of Kim's acting prowess.
I look
on the
forward to that,
screen.
honestly.
Yeah, no, same. I kind of do want to see where it goes and if it gets really bad or if it gets really good.
Yeah, it just keeps you watching.
Do you think Kim Kardashian could win an Emmy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not for this probably, but she's going down a road,
Yeah.
and she's only going to get better at it, I would
True.
assume. But it's like when you're a big celebrity, you can basically pick and choose anything
Like-
I want to try this now. I want to try that now. And
Yeah.
if she wants to go on stage with a huge rock band, she can go and do that and sing. If she wants, she'll probably do a singing career at some stage.
Hopefully not. We don't want that.
But
But-
mine sounds like
yeah,
that.
literally.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of vocal fry. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm Mr. Brightside. That's if she got on stage with the Killers.
If she, of all the bands,
I don't know. It's
the
only-
Killers.
Okay. On to our next story. You might have noticed, throughout the week and a bit into last week, Kenneth Petty, who is Nicki Minaj's husband, he was saying wild shit on Instagram and that sort of stuff. Him and his buddies, they posted like a selfie video threatening Offset from outside his New York hotel. Let's play a bit of that sound now.
Offset, where you at? That's it. We outside. Big Zoo outside. Big Queens, right? What's poppin'?
He goes on to say, we're planning your funeral.
Yeah, like first of all, this is actually a little bit scary.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
If I was Offset, now granted, Offset's a grown ass man. I'm sure he's not like physically afraid of getting into an altercation, but I don't want somebody outside my hotel making a video saying, "Come outside, we gonna get you." Like that's hella threatening.
Oh, it is. And Kenneth Petty is a threatening guy, without this video.
Right.
Like, he has gone to prison a couple times. For attempted rape and attempted murder. I don't think Offset wants either of those things.
No, he gives, "I'll commit a crime." Like if I
He
had to
gives.
commit a crime, it's crimey. Like
He's crimey. Offset didn't mind much though,
No.
because on social media he replied to these threats, posting a selfie video of him like just laughing
Yeah.
in his private jet,
in his private jet, as Kenneth Petty is on the sidewalk in New York City.
exactly,
Yep. Mhm.
exactly. But Kenneth got in a bit of trouble with the law for this.
Yep.
In fact, he's now on home detention. For up to 4 months, he'll have to stay at home. I mean, it's probably a pretty nice home.
And their mansion in Los Angeles. 120 days though of house arrest.
Yeah, and maybe potentially with one of those GPS little anklets.
A little ankle monitor. Yeah.
Yes. I wonder if they can make real nice ones. Like, you got a nice necklace on. I wonder if they can make really stylish.
No, you don't deserve that. If you're on house arrest, you get the big bulky thing. That's what you
Yes.
get. People need to know.
But Nicki's hanging out there with him too. It's probably the lap of
Yeah.
luxury. It sounds actually pretty nice.
I imagine it's really nice, but I wonder how Nicki Minaj feels in all this.
Well, she married him, and also she knew the guy she was marrying. He was already gone to prison a couple times when she tied the
True.
knot.
Yeah.
But this guy, man,
It's a little embarrassing, no? Like I'm slightly embarrassed for Nicki Minaj.
yes, because
Like-
she wants to be respected, and she and now your guy's doing this.
And outside of a hotel, like with a bunch of random people,
Yes.
yelling at no one, because Offset may or may not be in the building. Like it was just very strange.
Totally, yeah. Nicki's an A-grade celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
Offset's an A-grade celebrity. This Kenneth Petty, God knows where he came from.
Nowhere. He ain't got no job. He just out there.
He doesn't need a job though.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm looking to marry rich as well, so.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably, I don't know where do they live in New York or LA?
They live in Los Angeles, Nicki and
Oh, so he's just like
Nicki and Kenneth.
poolside right now. He's probably still got his
Chilling.
phone, like firing off little threats to other people. I don't know.
And then this is all, I guess, just stemming from, of course, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B's beef that they've had since, initially since Cardi came out, but it kind of unfolded in September 2018.
I didn't know
Remember
that. The beef between Nicki and Cardi precipitated the beef between Kenneth and Offset.
Yeah, no, Kenneth doesn't actually have any quarrel with Offset. Like, they ain't running in the same circles. Offset's a rapper. Kenneth is a recently released felon. But like, they don't know each other. This whole Kenneth Petty, his issue with Offset solely is because Nicki Minaj still apparently has an issue with Cardi B.
Oh, so maybe Nicki likes this.
No, I'm sure she's like enjoying the mess.
Because isn't it like standing up for your woman? You know what I mean? Like, isn't it like...
It just wasn't a cute look when you're outside of a hotel yelling like a crazy person. Like, it's not...
Totally.
Check them on a red carpet, but like to be scrambling outside is not cute.
And like just the contrast of he's standing out there like cold at night in New York with all the chewing
like
gum on the ground.
bomber jacket. Like,
yeah. And then Offset's in the sunshine in his private jet. It's like
blinged out. Like,
you're going to threaten me?
It just looks really bad.
I think basically, you know, they did this video half for jokes. You know what I mean? Like
I hope so.
They're laughing. They weren't really planning his funeral. You know, if you plan someone's funeral, you do it privately. You know, you don't like...
Not in the streets of New York.
I think this was probably a joke that went way too far, and FBI or cops
Whoever,
or whoever were like, you can't do that. You're just like, he's probably on probation right now.
He is on probation, yep.
Which is why every crime is, you know, 10 times the amount of punishment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he's on house arrest right now. Probably listen to the pod. Thanks for listening, Kenneth.
Yes.
We love you.
Hello, Kenneth Petty.
yeah.
Don't threaten me.
Please don't hurt us. Don't hurt us. Okay. On to our final story. And I mean,
you love this.
I love this story. It's just comedy, you know. This guy named Rob Mercer, he really, really wanted to get into the World Series of Poker main event. This is like the biggest poker tournament in the world in Las Vegas.
Yep.
You can win tens of millions of dollars if you come first. But he didn't have the entry fee. It cost $10,000 to get into the poker tournament. And so he decided to take it to GoFundMe, and he made up that he had terminal colon cancer. And he raised nearly $50,000, 5 times the amount he needed.
That's in like, he isn't giving the money back.
Oh no! No.
Nah.
To this day, he's refusing to give the money back because I guess GoFundMe is one of those things that you give the money and it's gone.
And there's no like rules or regulations. So he did say he admitted it. He goes, I did lie about having colon cancer. I do not have colon cancer. I used that to cover up my situation. He admits what he did was wrong, but he goes on to say that he has an undiagnosed form of breast cancer.
Yeah, I mean, he thinks that all of this was okay because he claims he has undiagnosed breast cancer. And the reason that he didn't just say, look, I got breast cancer on the GoFundMe is because he's embarrassed because it's like an illness that men don't usually get. So that's why he said he fabricated this stuff. He got the money, he went along to the tournament, and then at the tournament, like, this guy's like, not famous, but people know the reason he's there sort of thing.
Yep.
And people are asking questions, how you doing, how you holding up, is there anything I can do? Apparently he was fumbling through all the answers, and then when people kind of pressed him on it, there's no proof he could provide, and so it became, you know, glaringly obvious to everyone that this guy ain't what he says he is. And so this Las Vegas newspaper, you know, came out with this report. He provided a statement saying, my bad. I got breast cancer instead. But that's why, you know,
so messed up.
He says he's not giving back the money. No refund policy. If you break it, you buy it. No refunds.
I don't like GoFundMe. GoFundMe needs to do something because this happens often.
Oh, does
like,
it?
People start these like semi-fraudulent GoFundMe. Not that we're saying his is, but I mean,
well, it is.
You didn't have colon cancer.
Yeah, no, it's not semi-fraudulent.
Yeah, no,
it's fraudulent.
Right, but it's like GoFundMe. There's no like rhyme or reason or policy that says if this happens, GoFundMe will automatically refund money. Now they have shut down GoFundMe campaigns if they find that it is fraudulent when it's happening.
At the time, yeah.
Once he got his cash, y'all can't take the cash back. I mean...
Yeah, they need to set up an other site. Go refund me.
Yeah.
Like that, there should be some way to get your money back because
right, exactly.
It's a one-way transaction. But yeah, so also another part of it that makes me laugh is he was eliminated very, very early on. He barely even...
Because he's not that good also.
He's not good at poker. You know, he's not... But poker's all about lying too.
Yeah, and clearly, bro, you ain't good at that.
Well,
so.
I mean, he got so far, but then it all fell apart. And to be honest, he also says he's since quit poker.
Which is... He never was playing poker. You was bad at it. You got there, and now you're like, just kidding.
The fact that he got there off that lie, it's like he's holding pocket aces, and he just blew it. He blew it. But yeah, just an entertaining story. This guy's obviously, he won't be welcome back in Vegas
No,
anytime
not
soon.
at all. Do you play poker by chance?
I used to play a little online poker, but like not well, just sort of like I'd give like $20 to the just for fun, you know what I mean? And sometimes I'd get that $20 up to $150, and then I'd bet all of the $150.
Right.
So yes, and I enjoy it.
Yes.
But I'm not,
People are so serious about it. I don't play poker.
Have you never like played like with a bunch of mates and you each giving like $10 and
I can't count, so I don't really do the card game thing.
But you just have to look at the colors and you know what I mean? But can you see different, like that's a heart and that's a heart. That's good together.
Yes, I can see.
Yeah. So you can be good at poker while.
Okay, well, I guess. I'll try one
It's
day.
fun drinking and smoking and, it's kind of lying. It's lying to your friends about, I don't have that. I don't have that. You know what I mean? And then take their money.
I'll look into it.
You should, man.
All right, whatever.
Podcast Poker Night. Podcast
Poker Night podcast?
Poker Night podcast.
I like it.
Coming soon to TMZ.
I don't have time to produce that, though.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Charlie.
And also, while we have you, don't forget, can you like the podcast or just tell a mate? Or we're trying to grow this thing.
Yeah, so follow us. Like, listening is great, but follow us and add it to your favorite show so that way you'll always get a new episode of the TMZ podcast.
Facts.
Boom. All right, Charlie, we're out of here.
Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.